What a start to the
You've
pod.
been following this one?
Oh, absolutely. I love this.
The Hamilton Collection fella,
Steve,
I think his name, he came out and he's accused the Koenigsegg fella, Christian Vaughn, of making an unreliable car.
Yeah.
I don't want to say any more on the topic. I think my thoughts have been out there.
You sure have.
I think you got two interesting characters going at it here.
It's fascinating to see a very wealthy man with quite a collection call out an automaker and then have the CEO and founder of that automaker then respond via Instagram Reels to it. It's like, what is happening?
Back in the day, Ferruccio Lamborghini criticized Enzo Ferrari for his, I think it was clutches in the cars, and then what happened was a spike company. Now, I don't think that's exactly going to happen here. It's kind of different.
I do want to make a point here. Hamilton was complaining because the Koenigsegg that he currently has been unreliable. And Christian came out and said, well, the car had deferred maintenance and you drove it before we could do work on it. And also you have another, if you hate it so much, why you have another one coming? I will say two things. One, everyone I know who has Koenigseggs has problems with them. Whether or not they are willing to admit that is interesting. I noticed some people in some of the comment sections being like, we love our Koenigsegg. Mm-hmm. People are afraid of not getting other ones. They're not getting more allocations. I know people who have problems. Yes. With that said, the coolest thing about this company, and you're surprised to see him respond on Instagram Reels.
Not surprised. It's interesting.
The coolest thing about this company is that the guy is here.
Yeah.
The guy is here.
True.
Imagine if you could have bought a Ferrari from Enzo. Imagine if you could have bought a Lamborghini from Ferruccio. If you buy a Bugatti, you are buying from a large multinational conglomerate.
Owned by Volkswagen, yeah.
You know, and they take you to the factory in that house and they give you a nice meal and they just say all these things, but like,
the man's name's on the car.
You're buying from Enzo. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
And so, like, the cars are trouble, but they're also the highest echelon of insane.
Well,
and you kind of expect trouble.
Yes. I mean, famously, the cars push the envelope of like automotive engineering and creative new ideas, and it's all kind of experimental. I mean, it's tested and stuff, but it is largely, I mean, that's why people are attracted to the cars.
Yeah.
And that's why they produce the horsepower figures they can and all those things. So it's like, I agree. I think it's kind of par for the course. Like, what did you expect? This is a company in Sweden making supercars.
And making all the individual parts.
Right.
And the guy is here.
Right. It's like, a boutique thing.
Imagine if we could have bought a 250 PF from Enzo at the factory in the day.
Well, the market doesn't like the PF.
Don't
yes,
you
I
agree that you would have put up with more temperamental BS if you could have shaken the guy's hand?
Yes.
Because you feel like you're buying not just a car, like a Bugatti, but you're buying like this experience, like this. You're in the period with the man. In 100 years, when he's dead and Koenigsegg has become what Ferrari is, a company that has been radically and sized up by private equity that makes an SUV, there will be people who talk about how they shook Christian's hand and used to own him in the days when it wasn't so easy.
You shook Christian's hand. You should know better. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I agree with that. I just think it is wild that we live in a world where the guys whose name is on the car is calling out a customer.
And that's the cool thing about it.
Incredibly
to me, that's the cool thing about Horatio. Like, that's, to me, that is...
Well, Horatio's translator, to be clear.
That is 40% of, in my mind, what makes Pagani and Koenigsegg cool is that you can shake the man's hand. And honestly, he wants to. Like, he wants to meet his customers and talk to them and have these experiences with them. And Ferrari, talk to your dealer.
Well, or they'll sue you.
Or they'll sue you.
Like, he would have gotten a letter from Ferrari Corp.
Right, if he had done this about Ferrari, oh my God, cease and desist.
Yeah, we would have gotten a cease and desist letter to frame like everybody has ever said anything bad about the company.
But here you're to me, I don't know that I would buy a Koenigsegg. I don't know if I would want to put up with it. The people who do put up with it are also putting up with a test bed of experimental at the very cutting edge of insane technology and customer service from the guy.
Right.
It's so cool. That's part of what you're able to say.
Yes.
In my opinion.
I'm with you.
I don't necessarily think either of them are wrong as a result.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Hamilton's got a legitimate problem. The car's troublesome. However, Christian's saying, the cars are troublesome, but like here we are.
Yeah.
This isn't Ferrari. This isn't Toyota.
You're obviously spending an incredible amount of money to get a product, and you want that product to work and to get service. But also, you're buying that car because you want the ultimate. You want the pinnacle.
And having part of having the experience is
reliable. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, the reliability may be a little bit difficult because, and also like the experience of being direct line to the factory, that kind of stuff, which you can never get from the other automakers.
I'm just looking forward to the day when Horacio Pagani's translator yells at somebody else, or Gordon Murray yells at somebody through Instagram too. I'm looking forward to that.
I've been using DeleteMe for years now, and let me tell you, I'm still just as grateful for it today as I was the day I signed up. The first time I saw my personal info all over the internet, it was honestly kind of alarming. My full name, old phone number, old addresses, even info about my family, it was just sitting there publicly accessible. And it wasn't on just one site, it was on dozens. I had no idea that kind of data was floating around, let alone how easy it was for anyone to get their hands on it. And listen, as someone who's pretty visible online, I've had to deal with some pretty weird stuff. Random emails, weird messages, people digging a little too deep. That's why privacy is something I take seriously. DeleteMe became a core part of how I protect myself and my family, and that's why I always recommend DeleteMe. It's been one of the best decisions I've made when it comes to online safety and peace of mind. DeleteMe is a subscription service that removes your personal information from hundreds of data broker sites. And here's what I love. You don't have to do anything complicated. You give them your info once, what you want removed, and they go to work. Every few months, they send me a personalized report showing exactly what they found and what they've removed. I've gotten emails like, we found your name, phone number, and address on 38 sites, and we removed it. It's honestly kind of incredible. And they don't stop. This is an ongoing thing. DeleteMe keeps monitoring and removing your info so it doesn't just come right back. Over the years, I've watched the amount of my data online shrink more and more. It's like a digital spring cleaning, but someone else is doing all the work. Take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for DeleteMe, now with a special discount for our viewers. Today, get 20% off your DeleteMe plan when you go to joindeleteme.com/DeMuro and use code DeMuro at checkout. The only way to get 20% off is to go to joindeleteme.com/DeMuro and enter code DeMuro at checkout. That's joindeleteme.com/DeMuro, code DeMuro.